Hello, welcome back to the Crazy Chaos Crew. I just suddenly forgot the name. Um, well, I am going to be talking about rejection sensitive dysphoria in ADHD, as the title implies. And I didn't know what to do for visuals, so you get to look at this cool ADHD image I found while my Dream SMP character things roam around it. I would just like to add here that a little bit through the video, it stopped being generally about ADHD and more about general things that are generally neurodivergent. So the background isn't very relevant, but I had to find something to use as visuals, so that's what you get. Video isn't only about ADHD, even though I framed it that way. This video covers generally rejection sensitive dysphoria and stimming. So don't think it's only about ADHD. Don't let that turn you away. Yeah, I've framed this badly. I think I've mentioned this already at this point in the video, but I did not make a plan for this before recording it. So I'm kind of reforming as I'm editing. So yeah. Oh wait, this one's not doing things at random. Alright. So, first off, I would like to say thank you for watching. If you haven't already, it would be great if you would subscribe and turn the notifications on if you'd like to. We post things, well, I'll be posting things like this. Bear and Lana have been posting TikTok compilations that you might find interesting, so yeah. So, ADHD, I rant about this a lot to my friends. ADHD is a bundle deal, meaning it comes with a lot of things. And one of the things that it comes with is rejection sensitive dysphoria. And you might not know what rejection sensitive dysphoria is or how it affects or like what it does basically. So that's what I'm going to be talking about. Sorry, I've been dancing around it. I have ADHD myself and I did not like plan out a format for making this video, so it is decently unorganized. And I don't know where to start. So rejection I can't talk sometimes, it's fine. Rejection sensitive dysphoria is when you have a large or disproportionate reaction to something small, but it was a negative reaction to something you did. Like, and I explained that terribly. Like an example is if you said, "Hey, could you be a little quiet?" My brain is like, "Oh, they hate you because you're being loud. Why don't you go cry in a corner?" So here, I'm gonna look up the definition for it. So there isn't a definition for it, apparently. Alright. So signs of rejection sensitive dysphoria are outbursts of rage and panic, feelings of despair and hopelessness, beliefs that one has failed or disappointed their loved ones, and feelings of shame and humiliation. So, an example I can give of rejection sensitive dysphoria is like yesterday? I don't know time. But yesterday I had a very rejection sensitive dysphoria day. Like it was terrible. Like in the morning, my art teacher made a petty comment and I could not stop thinking about it and I felt terrible and I wanted to have a panic attack. And then I was already like, it was building up. And then in math, my teacher's like, "You really need to ask more questions." And that's a normal thing to say. And there should be a normal reaction to that. But because of my rejection sensitive dysphoria, that's not how my brain took it. And I wanted to cry. So yeah. This was basically just to like say, hey, this exists, because I didn't know that it existed until I saw something about it. Then I started doing research on it. And ADHD increases the chances of having rejection sensitive dysphoria by a lot, and most people with ADHD have it. But it's also possible to have it like connected to anxiety, and that's completely valid. uh, let's see what else. Oh, I also think it would be cool to talk about stimming. Give me a second. I'm definitely editing this. Okay, so stimming. Stimming is a word that refers to self-stimulating behaviors. And you might have heard of it before, you might have not. And this is generally, most neurodivergent people stim like a decent amount. Neurotypical people stim too, because it's literally just stimulating yourself, which your brain needs. Everyone's brains needs, but neurodivergent people need it typically more. That's why it's more recognized in neurodivergent people. So, like, stimming, usually it's feeling like, oh, I want to do this. Doing this makes me feel comfortable. And it's usually like an action. Like me right now, I am punching my arm lightly, repeatedly, because it feels nice. It just makes my brain happy. And that is stimming. I know a lot of people like mess with their hair to stim, or maybe do a little. Like me, I have tics, a few of them, and I also have vocal stims that are the exact same thing as the tics. So I can't tell honestly, because I squeak as a tic, and then stimming I just do it subconsciously. Like I'm doing it like it's not just a forced movement. I'm doing it subconsciously, but or with little thought, not subconsciously. Excuse me. So it's hard to tell with those. Also, this is just like this part right here is just me speaking of my experiences. I think that's pretty easy to tell, but I just wanted to clarify. Um, oh, so also stimming can also be like I just forgot the word. Prompted? Like stimming. Sorry, Technoblade yeeted himself across the screen, and that's hilarious. Stimming is like a good amount of the time, not most of the time, but a good amount of the time, it is in relation to outside stimuli, or simplified, it is because of things happening around you. Like when I'm happy, I stim by flapping my hands and jumping. uh, and when I'm nervous, I stim by shaking my hands and feet, sometimes singular, sometimes plural. Um, like when I get happy, like really genuinely happy, I just start like like giggling, shaking my hands. You can't see me, but you know. And also, stimming is often not socially acceptable for whatever reason, which is stupid and I don't like it. Uh, also, I realized I'm talking about really general things. So having an ADHD thing up there really isn't too great, but I just needed an excuse for visuals, so that is what I did. I don't remember if oh okay. Oh yeah, one more thing. Stimming is healthy. Like, if you want to stim and it's safe to do so, do it, my dude. Oh, also, this is so disorganized. I would like to reiterate that I have ADHD. Um, with rejection RSD, rejection sensitive dysphoria. Um, some things that definitely help with it is recognize how you're feeling and why. Like, why am I really upset right now? Oh, it's because they said this. And then my rejection sensitive dysphoria is blowing that up a lot, and that won't make it feel better. Like, just knowing, oh yeah, this isn't how I should be feeling. This isn't how I should be reacting to this. Because obviously that doesn't help. Uh, but yeah, it does help to recognize it and be like, and calm down a little bit about it. So yeah, I hope this was useful to you guys. Bye!